One of the most powerful ideas I've been thinking about recently is bringing your ideal future into the now. And what I mean by that is performing the same actions that you would in your ideal lifestyle, but on a much smaller scale. So let's say I want to write for 2 hours every morning for the rest of my life.
Let me ask you something. Are you waiting for the right time to change your life? Maybe you've been telling yourself that you'll start living differently when the circumstances are just right, when you have more money, when you lose that weight, when you finally feel ready. Here's the harsh truth: that perfect moment you're waiting for, it's never coming. If you're sitting around waiting for something external to change before you take action, you're going to be stuck in the same place day after day, year after year. But what if I told you that you don't have to wait? What if I told you there's a way to transform your entire life and you can start right now? You don't need to wait for the stars to align, for permission from anyone, or for some magical moment of clarity. The fastest way to transform your life isn't some secret or complicated process. It's about taking bold, immediate action in the right direction. In today's video, we're going to dive deep into the fastest way to change your life for the better. And by the end, you'll not only know exactly what to do, but you'll feel ready to make that change happen. Because the life you want, it's closer than you think. It's just waiting for you to stop hesitating and start moving. The problem? With waiting for motivation. Let's start by addressing something that keeps most people stuck: motivation. You've probably heard that you need to find your motivation before you can change your life. But here's the thing: waiting for motivation is one of the biggest traps out there. Motivation is fleeting. It comes and goes. Some days you'll feel fired up and ready to take on the world, and other days you won't even want to get out of bed. If you're relying on motivation to transform your life, you're setting yourself up for failure. Because the reality is, you're not always going to feel motivated. And when that motivation isn't there, you'll find yourself falling back into your old habits, your old patterns, and your old mindset. So, what's the fastest way to transform your life? It starts with a shift in how you think about change. You don't need motivation to start. What you need is discipline and action. Two things that don't rely on feelings. It's about making a commitment to yourself and taking action no matter how you feel in the moment. Step 1. Make a radical decision. The fastest way to change your life begins with making a radical decision. And I'm not talking about small incremental decisions. I'm talking about a bold decision to change something major in your life right now. This decision could be about your health, your career, your relationships, or even your mindset. But here's the key. It has to be a decision that shakes up your current reality, something that forces you to step outside your comfort zone and challenges the status quo you've been living in. Let's say you've been stuck in a dead-end job that drains you every day. A radical decision might be to quit and start pursuing something you're actually passionate about. Or maybe you've been struggling with unhealthy habits. Your radical decision could be to overhaul your diet and commit to daily exercise. Here's the thing: radical decisions force you to change now, not later. They push you into immediate action, and they break the cycle of procrastination and fear that's been holding you back. And before you start thinking, "I'm not ready for a radical decision," let me tell you this: you're never going to feel ready. If you wait until you're ready, you'll be waiting forever. The secret to fast transformation is to make the decision before you feel ready, and to trust that you'll figure it out along the way. Step 2. Take immediate action. Once you've made that radical decision, the next step is to take immediate action. And when I say immediate, I mean right now, within the next 24 hours. Don't give yourself time to overthink, to second guess, or to fall back into old habits. The longer you wait to act, the more likely it is that you'll lose momentum. The reason this works so quickly is because action creates momentum. The moment you take that first step, no matter how small, you've already started transforming your life. It could be sending an email to that company you've always wanted to work for. It could be signing up for a gym membership or throwing out all the junk food in your house. Whatever it is, that first step is the catalyst for everything that comes next. Immediate action doesn't have to be perfect. In fact, it won't be, but that's okay. The goal isn't perfection, the goal is movement. You're setting things in motion, and once you do, you'll find that each action becomes a little easier than the last. That's how momentum works. One small step turns into the next, and before you know it, you're on the fast track to a completely transformed life. Step 3. Create non-negotiable habits. The next key to fast transformation is to create non-negotiable habits. These are the daily actions that no matter what, you will do. They're non-negotiable because they align with the new life you're creating. These habits don't rely on motivation. They rely on commitment and discipline. Think about this for a moment. What are the things you do every single day that are keeping you stuck? Maybe it's checking your phone first thing in the morning, scrolling through social media, or spending hours in front of the TV. Now imagine replacing those habits with actions that move you toward the life you want. Maybe it's 30 minutes of reading a self-development book, going for a run, or spending an hour working on that side business you've been dreaming about. The point is, these habits are your new foundation. They're the daily commitments you make to yourself that will slowly but surely shape your entire future. And here's why this works. When you create non-negotiable habits, you don't give yourself the option to quit. You've already decided that these actions are a part of your life now, so there's no debate about whether or not you're going to do them. That kind of discipline builds over time, and as it does, you'll start to see massive shifts in your life. Step 4. Eliminate the noise. The fastest way to transform your life also involves eliminating the distractions and noise that are pulling you off course. We live in a world that's constantly bombarding us with information, with entertainment, with opinions, and with demands for our attention. But if you want to make serious, fast changes in your life, you need to get ruthless about what you allow into your mind and your environment. Ask yourself, what are the distractions that are keeping me from focusing on what really matters? Maybe it's the constant social media scrolling, binge-watching TV shows, or the negative people in your life who are always pulling you down. Whatever it is, it's time to cut the noise. This doesn't mean you need to live like a monk, but it does mean that you need to be intentional about where you're focusing your energy. The more you can eliminate the unnecessary distractions, the more space you create for real growth and transformation. If you want to see fast results, you need to be laser-focused on the things that are going to move you forward. Cut out the activities, habits, and even people that are holding you back, and watch how quickly your life starts to change. Step 5. Surround yourself with accountability. Finally, one of the fastest ways to transform your life is to surround yourself with accountability. Let's face it, going after big life changes alone is tough. It's easy to get discouraged, to fall off track, or to give in to old habits. But when you have people around you who support your goals and hold you accountable, you're much more likely to succeed. Find a mentor, a coach, or even a group of like-minded people who are on a similar path. These are the people who will push you when you're feeling stuck, who will call you out when you're making excuses, and who will celebrate your wins with you. Accountability is a game changer when it comes to fast transformation. But remember, this isn't just about finding cheerleaders. You need people who will challenge you, who will keep you in check, and who will remind you of the radical decision you made to change your life. Accountability isn't always comfortable, but it's one of the most powerful tools for keeping you on track and accelerating your progress. Your life can change faster than you think. So there you have it, the fastest way to transform your life. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment or finding the motivation to get started. It's about making a bold decision, taking immediate action, creating non-negotiable habits, cutting out distractions, and surrounding yourself with accountability. The truth is, your life can change faster than you think. The key is to stop waiting, stop overthinking, and start moving. The transformation you've been dreaming about? It starts with the decisions and actions you take today. So, what are you waiting for? Make the decision, take the first step, and watch how quickly your life begins to change.